The future of all Sonic games and ports is here. Here we have the Valve Steam Deck. This device is basically a PC and it has its own version of Linux and the Steam operating system. It's not just a Steam device because you can play other games on it as well. I think this device is going to be the future of Sonic when it comes to handheld gaming because we don't really have much Sonic on the Nintendo Switch. On the Nintendo Switch, I think every game we have is Sonic Forces, Sonic Mania, and the Mario and Sonic Olympic games. That's not a big library of Sonic. There's a lot of big Sonic games that people would love to play on the go. For one, Sonic Adventure 2. But before we hop into the big impact of this, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Opera GX. It's the first web browser designed for gamers. And I know a lot of you out there watching play games on PC. And I do too, and because of that, Opera GX became my main browser that I use, because there's so many amazing features that this browser has to offer. Opera GX has a great feature called Hot Tabs Killer. It allows you to get rid of the most resource intensive tabs that you have open, and it makes sure it doesn't overburn your PC or laptop. Sometimes browsing the web and downloading things from places can be sketchy, so Opera GX offers a free VPN option to protect you and your IP address. And it also provides an ad blocker, and these are both free and unlimited. It also has one of my personal favorite features is Force Dark Mode. You can force any website to go into dark mode, and it's annoying when some websites just don't have it at all, and you can just do this through Opera GX, and I love it. Another one of my favorites that gets used all the time is the video pop-out. This allows you to go on any other tab on Opera, and not only tabs, you can minimize the entire browser, and your video will still be overlaid on your desktop. It also has a feature called GX Cleaner that can remove old junk files on your browser and boost your performance in one click. And a nice little feature that Opera has is adaptive background music. It has music that responds to how you're browsing, and the more you browse, the more intense the music gets. And last but certainly not least, GX Mobile is a great web browser for mobile, and it can be connected to the desktop version. It has a feature called My Flow that allows you to send links to the desktop version as well as images and videos. Click the link below to get the best web browser experience there is. So before we get into the thick of it, I'm going to give you my own personal opinions on the Steam Deck real quick. I think the Valve Steam Deck has been a pretty nice device that I've enjoyed using. There definitely has been some bugs and glitches and things that just don't really work out the best, and they could definitely be patched in the future, but the Valve Steam Deck is very comfortable to hold. It was very awkward at first because I don't have the biggest of hands, so it was pretty awkward and I had to get used to it. But now that I'm used to it, it doesn't really bother me at all, and it feels great to play games on here, especially Sonic games. It's also very responsive, the controls aren't delayed. I was playing Sonic Generations and I used a slow-mo camera to test, I guess, the frames, and it's pretty instant. But I guess we can get into some of the games. So first up, we have Sonic Mania, and it runs exactly how you think it would run. Runs just like the Switch version. But why would you want this version over the Switch version? Well, theoretically or technically, you can put mods on this version of the game because the Steam Deck is a PC essentially. So you could just play a modded version of Sonic Mania, and that's pretty great. But it runs good, it looks good, doesn't stutter. It's great. It's just straight up Sonic Mania. And now the biggest game that I wanted to play on the go was Sonic Adventure 2. It always just bogged my mind, why weren't these games ever ported to Switch? I always wanted to play Sonic Adventure 2 on the go, and now I get to do that, and here it is. And it runs great, looks great, and it's all great because it's a GameCube game. But Sonic Adventure 2 is really amazing on the go. It's a gift. Still probably one of my favorite games of all time. So just being able to play this anywhere is pretty great. It's pretty great when you get to play your favorite game anywhere you want. And this might come to a huge disappointment because it was to me. It is Sonic Generations. Sonic Generations so far has been the only experience that has been just not good at all. Sonic Generations on Steam Deck for some reason drops frames every time you boost or homing attack or pretty much you do anything besides just run. The game will drop from 60 FPS down to 15 or 20. I've even seen 10 before just from boosting. This game needs some kind of fix on the Steam Deck, and so far it's the only major disappointment that I could find. And yeah, everything else Sonic wise has been pretty good. Now, Sonic Adventure is an interesting one to me because Steam has this listed as an unsupported game. Now, whether a game is unsupported or not through Valve's verified system, you can still launch any game on the Steam Deck, even if it says it's unsupported. So I launched Sonic Adventure DX, and the game runs just fine. There's nothing wrong with it. The only problem is the DX version, but it looks good and it sounds good and it works perfectly, and I have no idea why it's marked as unsupported and why a game like Generations is, because these two games are the polar opposite. The one that says unsupported runs fine, and the one that is supported runs terribly. Now, on the emulation side of things, this is how you'll be able to access a lot of other games, such as Sonic Heroes, or in this case, Sonic Advanced. I got to try out Sonic Advanced, the Game Boy Advance game, obviously, and it runs good, looks fine, and thanks to RetroArch, it's a pretty nice experience because of the user interface that RetroArch has. But like I mentioned before, you can play games like Sonic Heroes. And Sonic Heroes runs at a smooth 60 FPS and it looks great. You can put it in widescreen on the Steam Deck and take it on the go. And you guys may be wondering, well, how does this work using emulators on the Steam Deck? Well, you go into the Linux mode and then you get the emulators, and then you put the games on the emulators, of course. But then you can go to Steam and you can add non-Steam games to your library by hitting the little plus button, and then you just run it through the main Steam menu, and then it works just like that, just like how you open any other game. And it's really seamless, and it makes it feel like just a great user experience. And when more Sonic games come out, they're more than likely probably going to work on this thing. And I can expect Sonic Frontiers coming this year to actually work on this thing, and I could probably show it off. Or maybe the Steam Deck will just be that around at that point where a lot of you guys may even have one. But I know its schedule with getting it out to people is kind of wacky right now. But I was lucky enough to get one as early as I did, and I've been having a good time with it. And I think the emulation aspect of it so far has been the best aspect, and it's really fun being able to play games like Sonic Riders on the go and whatnot, and Sonic Heroes, Sonic Advanced games. I've even tried Sonic Rush and Sonic Colors. It isn't really optimal in this thing because of the screen size, but you can do it. But let me know if you guys are interested in picking up a Steam Deck, specifically not just for Sonic games, but to have all of these Sonic games on the go and more. You can swap back and forth between your PC and your Steam Deck, because a lot of games on Steam have cloud saves. Now, not all of them do, but I'd say most of them probably do have cloud saves. So if you ever were playing a game on PC, say like the recent Elden Ring, you could always just pick it up on Steam Deck and continue where you left off somewhere else. But that's going to be it for my mini, review of Sonic on Steam Deck. And again, let me know if you're interested in picking up a Steam Deck, and what games do you guys want to see on the Steam Deck running well and whatnot. And I did see someone actually do Sonic Unleashed. It doesn't look to be running super well, but you can play Sonic Unleashed on this thing. But again, I'm going to see you guys in the next one.